created using Powtoon.
Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today is Tuesday, January 12th, 2015, and we are going to touch a subject that I thought about quite often, and I wanted to share with you 10 reasons why sober is the new cool, because people always say to me, what is so great about sobriety? Why are you so enthusiastic about it? And if I become sober, is what these people might ask, what's so cool about it? Well, I came up with 10 reasons to be cool. Some of these reasons are personally affected by my past lifestyle. As always, I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez at startingpointmn.com. He has a couple entities to his business. The one, which is the anger management, I usually don't talk about, but if there's someone out there that is either court-ordered or wants to go through some kind of anger management clinic, call him at 844-414-8444. You can also reach out to him if you need an addiction recovery coach like I am. Reach out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez. He will walk with you from your addiction to your recovery daily, 24 hours at a time. He will never ever talk about your past, nor will I. Give him a shout at www.startingpointmn.com. The MN stands for Minnesota. You can also give him a call at 844-414-8444. That's 844-414-8444. On the other side of his business, he can turn you into an addiction recovery coach. As I mentioned in my previous segment, I spoke to a gentleman last week, which I'll call Bill, who was interested in becoming an addiction recovery coach, and he had called me or reached out to me, and we discussed on Dr. Luis Gonzalez's program how his program, his educational program, has personally not only affected me in my lifestyle, but also in my professional career as an addiction recovery coach. So give him a call, 844-414-8444. This is the last time for right now that I'll be bringing up globalayeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. We have some new sponsors to fill in some of the slots, so I'm going to take a break from globalayeglasses.com, but they have frames that are about $6 and go up to $49. Those frames include single vision standard plastic lenses within a certain prescription. If you have progressives, if you have line bifocals, if you have transitions, if you have polarization or polarized, if you have single vision, if you have just distance, you have just reading, you want mirror-coated lenses, globalayeglasses.com, focusing on saving you money, has all of those. I personally have a lot of experience with globalayeglasses.com, so you can reach out to me at 631-599-0218, and I will give you all the information that you need for globalayeglasses.com. As I sit here, I just want to promote my own websites. As everybody knows, I do have my own new Take Your Life Back Today show website, and that is at takeyourlifebacktoday.com, www.takeyourlifebacktodayShow.com. I also have the informational website, which is www.clearviews.info and www.clearreform.com. Clearviews.info is pretty much all the 411 you need on addiction and recovery. It's about addiction and recovery information. The Clear Reform is about my addiction recovery coaching business. The Take Your Life Back Today show is about the show. Reach out to all those. You can personally call me at 844-405-HELP. You can also reach out to me via text 24/7 at 631-599-0218. 10 reasons why sober is the new cool. Reason number 1, I remember everything now. That is such a good reason, because when you are, and if you're watching me and you're doing drugs and alcohol or both, when you do them, you seem to forget a lot. A lot of things become blank from the previous day, sometimes even the previous hour. I call these beer goggles are so 5 years ago. There is no more fuzzy memory or calling my friends after a night out to get a backup story to I heard I had an awesome time. In other words, you don't need to backtrack. You can just move forward if you stay sober. Everything's now crystal clear. I wake up and I know exactly where I am, and I remember the conversations I had with all the people I met in places and went to whatever locales I went with them. I remember the awesome time firsthand. I don't need to call my friends to find out what happened. What happened last night? I don't remember one thing, so that will be eliminated. There won't be no more embarrassing nights is number 2 on my list. I no longer have to bury my head in my hands as my friends tell me the things I did and said the night before. Like maybe going up to the DJ booth and writing a song on a napkin, taking a piece of gum and slap it on a DJ's glass so he can see it. Begging them to play my song. I mean, acting like the fool to get that done. Or maybe even throwing a rolled up $5 bill with a request at the DJ. Yep, true story. For a lot of us, we have done this. That was probably me many, many years ago, but not anymore. Now I am the one who gets to laugh and tell my friends the embarrassing things they might have done because they have not possibly hit the stages that I have hit, which is rock bottom and seeking sobriety. Number 3, and this is a big one, my bank account never looked as good as it does now. When you're doing drugs and alcohol, your money gets siphoned into this disease, into feeding into your temptations and your cravings. Gone are the days that I wake up with up to receipts that add up to maybe up to $250 a night, and I just shake my head with absolutely nothing to show for it except for a hell of a good hangover and a headache and very blurry eyes. On an average, I used to spend about $300 for a party, maybe on the weekend. Let's do the math. 52 weeks times $300 comes out to be about $15,000 a year. So now I'm saving all that money or using it to travel. Water is cheap, and well, in my case, I love my Diet Pepsi. And my friends, if they're truly my friends, are still around me. And if they're not if they weren't my friends, or they were only my friends because of my partying, so be it. That is life. Number 4 on my list is I never ever have to have a hangover, which is like a huge thing to have. Let's say that again. I never ever have to have a hangover. This in itself is freaking glorious. I never wake up to light hurting my eyes. My head doesn't feel like a volcano is going to erupt inside at any moment. I don't have nausea where I need to puke or vomit anymore. It doesn't take me 2 days to recover from a night out. The last time I said I'm never drinking again, I actually meant it. And that is June 22nd, 2013 for my audience that is not aware of that. Number 5, no more toxin polluting my body, which what goes in here is what's destroying your body. It's destroying your health. I try not to even think about all the crazy, nasty stuff I used to put into my body and up my nose. Well, in my case, it was never up my nose, but it's into my body. It's all the liquor that I put into my body. Between the alcohol and for a lot of you folks, drugs and alcohol, we all probably had enough toxins in our bodies to kill a small village. Since I've cleaned up my act, I don't know about you, but my act, I'm much healthier and I look healthier. My hair, my skin, my body thank me every day for taking better care of it. I now understand that I appreciate the concept. Your body is your temple. You remember the concept that I told you about. Every ship is called a vessel. Our body is our vessel. Every ship has a captain. You are the captain of your vessel. And every ship, in order to go sailing in the sea, needs navigation. And that is where God comes in. God should be your navigator. You, the captain, need a navigator, which is God, to guide and direct you, to guide and direct your vessel. So, the moral of this story is that although you are a captain and you have a beautiful title and you have this beautiful vessel, which is your body, you'll still need navigation. And without the navigation of the Lord Jesus Christ, your vessel will just probably go in circles, if not sink. Number 6, I have more energy. How about you? This goes hand in hand with the toxicity levels in my body being much lower. I get better, more quality sleep. I work out more often. I am more alert, and I'm not always deluded in a fog. As for a whole, I experience more ability to focus instead of constantly worrying about what I did the night before and how I spoke to different people, maybe even treated different people. I am lightning a fire, and I'm more on top of my game than I have ever been. I'm lightning a fire. I'm lighting a fire. That's a tough one that I wrote. You know, it's so hard for me to read this because it's now. Look at my. You can see the tip of my finger, so you can see this is pretty far away. This computer, and the teleprompt that I have set up for to read this is in a size 14 font. Now, most of you folks sit in front of a computer and have 12 to 14 font, but your computer is not that far away. Maybe I should wear glasses, but that would change the whole concept because then my whole appearance looks different. But why not? You, I'm sure, accept my glasses. Number 7, my relationships are much stronger, and so can yours be. My friends and my family enjoy being around me much more now than, and they appreciate where I'm at in my life at this particular time. There's no more selfish Ralph, and my agenda is not about what's for me, what's for me, what's for me, but it's what's for all of us, what's for you. I genuinely care more about the people in my life, and I think this shows through noticeability more. I am more mindful in conversations, and I want to know how I can help people, which is one of my only missions in life that I have stressed over and over again. I try to take into consideration how others feel and how my actions can have more of a positive impact as opposed to a negative influence that I used to carry with me everywhere. My mission has become to helping people. So what I do and what I say is very, very important to the people listening, to the people viewing, because it is my core desire to have each and every person in this world drug and alcohol free. However, in reality, it's not going to happen. But it is my core desire to make sure that I relay the message in a positive sense and eliminate the negativity around drugs and alcohol. There is so much negative about drugs and alcohol, but I want to show you the positive sides of sobriety, of eliminating drugs and alcohol. Number 8, I enjoy life more because I know how to relax, to sit in front of a TV with my family. My idea of blowing off steam and taking the edge off involves a fuzzy blanket, my couch, my kids, although all grown up, but my grandkids, in particular my grandson, going skating on a Sunday with him. Rewind 5 years, even in my case 2 years ago, and my form of relaxation would be to drink 10 to 15 vodkas to pass out. That was relaxing. That was physically relaxed, but mentally it was not relaxing. What I had to learn was how to deal with my life in a very real level. There is no more turning to the bottle and just sucking down the vodka. This new frame of mind affords me a different kind of relaxation. I no longer feel like I'm missing something by not going out with my friends to bars, or even myself to a liquor shop. I cherish my downtime, and I use it to rest and refuel my desire to lead a more productive lifestyle and continue doing my daily shows. Folks, there is so much involved in doing these shows. I have now reached over 300 episodes of Take Your Life Back Today show. That is a lot of work when you figure each episode takes me approximately 5 to 7 hours to do. Number 9, commitment to anything is much easier. When I want something now, I always put it into perspective of if I can stay clean and sober for 5 years. I can do anything. The key to commitment is this: you have to really want to do it. You have to want it so bad that the fears of it and the opportunities missed because of it are far outweighed by the benefits of having sobriety. This is true for anything. You want to lose weight, but not how badly do you want it? Bad enough to give up sugar, carbs, and the extra 30 minutes of sleep in the morning so you can go to work out? I found out that once you commit to something substantial in your life, like sobriety, and you see it through, it makes the success and the follow through of the future commitments that much easier to do. Sobriety is a 150% commitment. There are no shortcuts, there is no bending the rules. It's either you are sober or you're not. There is no in between. There isn't what they call in between are relapses, and that is not a full commitment. And what that is a projection of becoming sober. Number 10, there's a respect level that comes with sobriety. And this is an important one, folks, so please listen. For the most part, people like to see success stories. It gives them hope for whatever they are going through. Folks, for the folks that have watched me religiously and started from day one, June 22nd, 2013, watching my growth in sobriety, if my story is not a sure sign of hope for you, that anything is possible, then I don't know what is. Because anything is possible is if you just commit to it, reach to your higher level, and follow through. The series of questions and responses I went through earlier usually end up with the other person giving me a high five and telling me that they respect me for what I have overcome, and that is so true. I get it daily. Tons and tons of emails. Not only that, but I have noticed that my friends and family come to me more often for advice in life. I think it's because they know that I will always shoot straight from the hip, even if it hurts. And that is the wonderful thing. Glenn Beck was the one that really opened my eyes when it comes to this. The transparency of a person that is sober is remarkable. So remarkable that Glenn Beck stated that the world one day will be saved by people that are sober, people that have been alcoholics, people that have been drug addicts, because they have been broken down prior to sobriety to the lowest point in life and then build back up. And this is what this article is talking about. It's building yourself back up, that when people need advice, they come to you because they know you are so transparent that you will shoot straight from the hip. There is a certain mentality that comes with being able to work on yourself, set a goal, stick to it, and meet it. Once you've done that, not only do people respect you, but they see you as reliable, trustworthy, and many of them want to have what you have. Ultimately, my answers to the questions people ask me about why I don't drink always has this one answer: because sobriety or sober is cool, man. I know it sounds like a corny answer, but it is so cool. People don't even realize. People think that the only way to go through life is being high or drunk or influenced, but it's not true. Because these are the 10 things that'll change your life once you commit to sobriety. You'll start remembering everything. There is no more foggy memory in the next day. There won't be any more embarrassing nights where you act like a fool in front of your friends or possibly out in the open. Your bank account will increase tremendously. You'll never, ever, ever have a hangover again. You won't be putting all the toxins into your body, into your vessel. You'll have tons and tons of more energy. Your relationships, not only with your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, but with your family, become stronger. You'll enjoy life more because you'll learn how to relax. You'll make commitments to things much easier now because you don't have to worry about, well, what if I commit to going somewhere tomorrow, but I drink too much tonight and I don't feel like it tomorrow because I have a hangover. You don't need to worry about that anymore. And the respective level that comes from your peers, your family, is tremendous. I have people that have watched me, whether it was on my show, whether it watched through my websites, whether just reading Facebook from day one, from June 22nd, 2013, have seen me flourish to where I am today. And people come to me and say, how did you do it? And I only have 2 things that I can tell you how it's my strong will and my desire to have God guide and direct me through life. Those are the 2 ingredients of where I am today. Then you have support factors. My wife has been my crutch from not only since sobriety, but really throughout my whole uh, um, relationship with her. She's been through the worst of me, and she's stuck by me. And now it is so much easier for her to stick by me because she's seen the worst of me. Now she's seen the best of me. So those three factors, the two most important, would be my strong desire to be sober, and my second factor is my desire to have the Lord Jesus Christ as my navigator to guide and direct me. And then the third, which is the pillar or the foundation of me, which is my wife. All that put together gives me these 10 reasons to say that the new sober, the sobriety in your life, the sobriety you could have today, January 12th, 2015, will become the new cool in you. If you're ready to do this, do these two things. Finally admit that you have a problem. Yes, you have a problem. You have an alcohol problem, and you have a drug problem, or you have a drug problem. And when you have finally admit to this, the next thing to do is to ask God for guidance and direction. Because you do need God for guidance and direction. Because honestly, you would not be in the predicament that you're in, with your life crumbling around you, if you were in full control. If you truly are the captain of your vessel, you are the captain of your own body. But sometimes being a captain, all the time being a captain out in the rough seas, is not good enough. You need navigation. God is your navigator. Reach out to him. Once that's completed, and you truly have the sincerity set inside of you for sobriety, action plan has to be put in place. Will it be a treatment center, depending on how severe your substance abuse is? They have the 30, 60, 90-day programs. Are you ready to go into a program, a treatment center, a rehab center? Or the 12-step program might help you. You show up once a day for about an hour or so, exchange stories with other folks that have issues equal to yours. Or you can try my method, which is about as simple as it comes, and that what it is continuous education. I'm a board certified optician. There is not one day that I don't need to go through continuous education to refresh myself of the optometry field. The same applies to sobriety. It is my methods, which is educating myself through articles, educating myself through videos, educating myself through my show, educating myself by talking to other people, educating myself by my websites. That is continuous education. It is not just 1 hour a day. It is sometimes from 5 to 9 to 10 hours a day. If you continuously refresh yourself about your disease over and over, and you look at all the problems that are throughout the world about alcoholism and or drug addiction, and you absorb this information over and over and over, you will never ever fall back into your old ways again. But that is the key thing. No matter what method you choose, whether it's AA, treatment center, rehab center, church, well, church has to be involved in all of them anyway, or my methods, one thing you can never do is fall back into your old ways, because the minute you do that is the minute you might stay in your old ways. Yes, there's going to be some people that are watching me right now that will attempt sobriety and will have a setback, a fallback, a relapse. Something might trigger them. Stress, relationship issues, financial issues. That might trigger them to have a relapse. But if that happens to you, dust your knees, pick yourself up, and keep moving forward. Just what you need to do is you have to put it all right here that today, January 12th, 2015, is the day of your new birth. You can actually be born twice today. The minute you ask Jesus, the Lord Jesus Christ into your life, is a rebirth of you. And the minute you accept the fact that you have an alcohol and or substance abuse issue, that's another rebirth. The minute you go through this rebirthing, put it on your calendar. In the beginning, you will start counting days because each day is the toughest in the world. Each 24 hours, each hour is tough. But after a while, you will never, ever even look at dates anymore. I don't even know what day I'm at, to be honest with me. I know June 22nd this year will be 2 years from me. That's all I know. And that's all I really care about because I only care about today, really. I want to make it through today sober again. And if you have that thinking cap on you, if you think about that, 24 hours at a time is your goal. It becomes easier and easier. Because if you say, I need to stay sober for another month, that sounds awfully long. But if you say to yourself, I want to stay sober until tomorrow morning when I see Ralph's next segment. That is a goal. If you want to use my show as a template or as a goal to set, in other words, every time you watch my goal, your next goal will be to stay sober to the next show. And there is not one day I don't post anything. I might not do a show every day anymore. There are some days I do put in reruns, but you'll always see something. I have enough material right now to not do a show live anymore, but yet just run reruns for a whole year, every day, 365 days. That's how much material I have. So you will never be let down by me not putting a show on the air for you. So if you want to set a goal that every time you watch a show is the next goal set for sobriety, that is a perfect plan. Here it is, 6:30 in the morning on October 12th. Shoot for the next show tomorrow, October 13th, 6:30 in the morning, to be sober until then, etc. And you get the pattern. Folks, I can't stress any more than to tell you you'll start remembering things with sobriety. You'll eliminate those embarrassing nights with sobriety. Your bank account will start looking healthy again. You'll never, ever, ever have a hangover again. You will stop putting all that garbage, the poison, into your body. You'll have tons of energy again. Your relationships become stronger. You'll enjoy life more because you're learning to relax now. You'll commit to almost anything that you want to without having to worry, will you wake up in time because of your hangovers? And more importantly, other people will respect and ask you for advice. You got to remember, sobriety is not an easy task. And people that succeed in sobriety have overcome one of the hardest hurdles in life. I went through Marine Corps boot camp, which consists, I believe, of 3.5 months or so. I thought that was hard until I started this term of sobriety, June 22nd, 2013. Because at boot camp, you have an end goal, which is graduation. There is no end goal in sobriety because each day is a new battle. The end goal of sobriety is your demise, is when your expiration date appears. Your goal is tomorrow morning and the next day. So sobriety is harder than Marine Corps boot camp. So I applaud you if you're attempting sobriety or if you've succeeded so far. I applaud you. Mission accomplished and job well done. Folks, let today, January 12th, 2015, be the first day of the rest of your life. And I hope to God that you stay sober for today and stay sober until my next show, which will be tomorrow, January 13th, 2015. With the grace of God and your willpower, you can do this. You can stay sober and you can take your life back. I took my life back June 22nd, 2013, and I know damn well you can take your life back. But it takes a strong mind, and it takes the Lord Jesus Christ to help you. Let the sun shine into your heart and your home, and you will reap nothing but positive results. The negativity around you needs to go away, and the only way to go away is for you to stay away from it. Think positive, and positive things will happen. Remember, A sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. And if you need help, call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help take your life back. May God bless you and have a sober day.